Hello, hello, it's Carrie, So Much Glitter. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you guys here. So I'm in a little bit of disarray. My grandson just left and we were doing everything this morning, let's be honest. He is 2 next month and he's definitely showing it. So I'm kind of cleaning up what he was playing with and we were playing with and getting started. We got him a cake pop on the way home and got myself a little bit of Starbucks, and I am ready to go. So I'm going to try to do this in the same format, but I wanted to try something a little different today that I haven't done before, but I just wanted to clean up while I did it. So this kind of gives everybody a chance to kind of catch up with us and get the notification that we're live. So if you're here, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. See, I want to make sure I did everything right because I feel like I scheduled it and then I rushed in here. We had a fabulous, fabulous day yesterday. I think the rest of the crayons are thrown across the room, to be honest with you. I'm celebrating my birthday weekend all month, basically. Like, let's not lie to ourselves here. But we took him to SeaWorld yesterday, me and a really good friend. For my birthday, I had him overnight. And let me see if I can get things in order a little bit. I acquired some more sticky pads from work, so I do need them to do my job as well. So let's not freak here. But I kind of want to clean up as well. So we played a little bit this morning and got everything going, and so I'm very disorganized. But my grandson I literally just took him home like 5 minutes ago. So, and he's been trying to open my Mod Podge. It's silly guy is what he is. But I'm exhausted. This grandma is exhausted. He kind of gave me a run for my money yesterday. It was super hot, super humid at SeaWorld. And it's kind of that same way again here today. Hi, Helen. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I'm just kind of getting a late start getting prepared and talking about my day basically my weekend with my grandson, because I had him yesterday since 10 o'clock in the morning and I just dropped him off at 11:45 or 10:45, and it's 11:03 right now. So he drew all over my mat. Let me get situated here. I feel like I'm not situated. I had to get an iced tea because it's so hot and I needed something refreshing. I think he moved my whole desk, actually. It's fine. And I had to get rid of that believe in yourself thing that I have here. So we're just going to put this here instead. And so when I have whiteout issues, she's going to help. Because I spilled tea on her several times. Hey, Mom. Welcome, welcome. He is so darn cute. He's a stinker, though. My goodness. We're definitely in the terrible twos. And he's exactly like my son, basically. He growled at me and everything. He actually growled at his mom when I took him home, too. He's a cutie pie. Okay, so now I think I'm a little bit situated. I let him color in the Care Bears book because that's something that him and I picked out together. So I thought, oh, that would be cute. And then I have a pile of papers across the way. So let me grab those before we get going. So more birthday freebies dropped in my group. If you're in my group, the birthday freebies that dropped this week are birthday freebies that I created. So feel free to, I've got crayon everywhere. It's fine. Feel free to join the group and go check those out. We do have more birthday freebies coming. I have a special designer that has offered to design a special birthday freebie. So I'm very excited about that. And now we can kind of just get going. And hold on, let me get situated. I feel like either I'm crooked or my camera's crooked. You can let me know. I actually think my grandson was over here playing with the camera earlier because he didn't know what it was. So maybe that's a little bit better, huh? Okay. All righty, so let's get going. Happy Sunday to everybody. I'm so glad. Come on in. join us. And I will go ahead and give you my link tree so you know where to find me, and then hopefully I will know where to find you. Okay, my Grammarly wants to correct a link. Whatever, it just is kind of on its own. Okay, so let's start with my gratitude jar. And today is, holy cow, it is the 26th already. And that's another thing. I'm still trying to get used to these progressives a little bit. At home, I have gotten used to them pretty well. At work, not as well, because there's a lot of middle and there's a lot of in between at work with the computer and meeting with clients and walking down the hall and all that. So it's kind of wonky at work. I think that's just a sign that maybe, you know, if they don't work at work, maybe I shouldn't be working, but that's not really realistic, is it? Okay, so we're 7/26/26, if you will. Can you believe it? I know, Helen. Where did July go? Like, what the actual is happening? So, okay, let me get situated. I have a lot to be grateful for this week. I had adversity this week as well. So then I have to like look at the positive. Obviously, I'm just coming off of the grandma high. So we are to be grateful for that, right? But hello, Sharon. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Anyway, so yeah, we'll talk about that in a second too. So if you guys have been kind of following my journey, and if you've been here, I've been talking about like finishing school and doing all of that. So I had to like face adversity with that this week, and with my job, that's just ongoing adversity, I believe. So I could kind of dwell on that. I could obviously only be grateful about the time that I got to spend with my grandson, but I'm going to be grateful for the ability, if I can spell it, to have the time. To have the time to spend with those that I love. And that is, obviously, I had my grandson overnight last night, so that was amazing, although he didn't go to sleep till almost midnight. And then he woke up at 7:30 this morning, which is fine. I guess I'm going to need a nap today. And then he's been nonstop all morning. But anyway, so I'm grateful for the ability to have the time to spend with those that I love, with those that I want, and with those that I have the ability to spend time with. I don't have anybody saying, no, we have to do this, we have to do that, you can't do this, or like busy working 24/7, because I've kind of been in both of those predicaments before. So the gratitude jar gets fuller and fuller as we go. So make sure you're here New Year's Eve for the stream-a-thon, and that's Raul. I think he'll be hosting it again this year if his health holds up. If not, I don't know if someone else will be picking up, but he seems to be doing well, so I'm really grateful for that. And I'll be going live on New Year's Eve for emptying this out and kind of reading these off and putting them in a journal. Okay, Cheryl, you're welcome for all the birthday freebies. This last birthday freebie may be a little bit simpleton, but that was my first freebie that I've ever created. And I was very nervous about that and even like presenting that. But I think that it worked out. I think it really got the vintage vibe across, and I think that it can kind of work for obviously celebration cards, birthday cards, but a few of the backgrounds that I used in there, I think can work for more than, you know, what my intended purpose was. Okay, so I did not highlight what I wanted, which is really odd of me, but okay. Counting our blessings. That's kind of what I picked today, because there's a lot of blessings to count, or we could just dwell on the ick, which, you know, it's sometimes, you know, dwell for a while, do what you got to do. But this one, failure changes for the better, success for the worse, which isn't always true. You know, I'm about sick of hearing this. That which does not kill me makes me stronger. Like, let's think of something a little bit more meaningful rather than just something that somebody, what Frederick Nizich or whatever quoted years ago. Like, we need to think of, come on. Let me see if there's another one. Okay, so would be a good one for me too this week, is Trouble is Only Opportunity in Work Clothes by Henry Kaiser. And then Failure Changes for the Better, Success Changes for the Worse. That's a 50-50 toss-up for me, but that's by Marcus Seneca. And that kind of brings me into the adversity that I did face this week, is I cannot take that internship. The internship that I so desperately wanted to take, and I was very excited to get it offered to me, and I really click with this company. Their values align with mine, and I was very excited to be in this cohort that they were offering me because the clinical supervisor seems to be very amazing. But I can't take it because the state of California says if you're going to be providing graduate therapy, excuse me, to someone, they need to be living in your same state. And because it's telehealth, they're definitely not going to be living in my same state. So riddle me this. Why did I have to take a whole 12-week course on telehealth therapy in the state of California and beyond? I even had to pay $35 for the certificate. So what the actual? You know what I mean? Like, why? Hey, Jenny, welcome. Hey, Flo, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Helen, it is tough. It was a really hard pill to swallow. So this is where we go into the next thing. I have an interview set up this week, and I'm very excited for it. And this company has been looking at me for a very long time. It's not really a clinical position, but it's a good supervisory role. I'm not going to be able to accept that. Because if I don't have an internship where I'm getting hours to gather for graduation and then for licensure, I won't be able to have flexibility with that either. So the universe is trying to tell me something about patience and adversity and something. So at my job, I will stay because I get the hours, I get the clinical supervision, and I get the work basically, right? And my change in position isn't horrible. It's just very, very demanding and it's BS is what it is. But I do get paid a little bit more. And yeah, I don't know. There's that. I mean, getting paid more is nice. It's not like a whole lot more. But it is a little bit more. So I need to like be grateful for that and kind of calm myself. And then, hey, Jenny, welcome. And then kind of just be grateful for what I have and patience. But anyway, so I did figure this out with this healthcare provider for the telehealth internship. They didn't even notice that clause for California state students. And I just noticed it when I was going through my school stuff. And I was like, oh no. So I presented it to them and they were like, we had no idea. Like, we feel really bad. But they reached out to me. The recruiter reached out to me a day later saying that we're going to save all of your information. We're very excited to have you on board. We're very excited for you to work with us with your licensure. Please let us know when you're ending your second internship, which will be in March. And so they just they're like a startup telehealth company. So I'm kind of excited about that. It's not community healthcare. I'm very excited about that. And I think I can work on my modalities a lot better and productively. And it's not just the same tragic story and, acute clients. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, so they're going to save my information. They're following me on social media. I'm going to be following them. We're just going to kind of keep track of each other over the next few months. And, oh, Jenny, that sounds fun. Monroe County Fair. You're talking to Flo, but hey, let's recognize all the good and everything we're doing, right? I kind of did a post yesterday on Facebook, happy things. But yeah, so there's that. So I have to kind of slow down and take a minute and, do the steps. This being my second career, I lose a little bit of patience and, the menopause is alive and well. Okay, Belinda, I'm glad to have you. I'm so glad you're here. Let's do a little bit of a haul. It's a back to school haul. I work right across the street from Target, and now we're stuck taking our lunches, which is why. But yeah, so that's not good for a multitude of reasons. Anyway, so I went to Target because I needed, honestly, let's be honest, I needed nothing. Okay. I didn't need anything, but I was like, oh, well, the excuse I gave myself is I need water. I could go buy water, right? But then it was hot that day, so I'm not going to leave plastic jugs in my car to get more microplastics than we're already getting. So I perused the back to school section, and my daughter's been trying to get me to get a whiteboard for a while to like grocery lists and things like that and keep me a little bit more organized and keep her and I more organized because she does live with me, and sometimes we're like ships passing because we have opposite schedules, which is good. But yeah, so I got this. This was $3 back to school section at Target. Very excited. I had to get this. I posted a picture of this in my Facebook group. My ring light's kind of freaking out on it here. That's gonna help. I took a picture of this when I was back to school shopping. I wasn't really back to school shopping then either, but I did have to buy something at Target on that lunch break. And I just perused through there and I didn't buy anything, but I saw this and I was like, this is too cute. So I took a picture of it and I've been using it like in my Facebook group to, to remind you Freebie Friday is coming. And I've been thinking about it nonstop. Like, I need to go back and get that thing. I'm like, oh, I know they're going to be sold out. No, they had it. And it's just a notebook, guys. Why did I spend $3 on a notebook? Because of the glitter hippo, because why wouldn't I? And isn't he great, Jenny? I thought, because I have this sticker dealer at work and he drops off stickers almost daily to my desk because he knows like how stressful I've been and stuff. And he's like, oh, I gave you some stickers because he's obsessed with stickers, but he doesn't do anything with them but collect them. I thought this could be a fun little sticker book journal. Why not? Like, my 80s heart is a singing and we could do fun stuff with it, but I had to have it for this. So I did. I bought that. And, we love the hippos, right? The baby hippo, of course, Flo. We have to have the hippo. Hey, girl. Hey, Jane. Thank you. I've been celebrating all month, all weekend, and I'm going to celebrate later today after I clean up the pile of toys and the Disney Channel that's still playing in my living room. I need a nap. I need a nap. I'm so exhausted. I'm so sore from SeaWorld yesterday. I took a good friend with me. I'm very grateful I did that. She's younger, and I'm very excited to have played with my grandson. So that was nice. Okay, we'll toss that off into the wind. And then I found this. Super love this. This reminds me of something I have on my desk. Let me see if I can gather it really quick. I told you guys I have a pile to the left of me of stuff that I want to play with or stuff that needs to be put away. Okay. So I'm going to show you something really quick. And I had to get this. Oh, it's right here. Okay, here. It might be a Crafted Lunch in a second. This. I purchased this probably a few months ago because I'm obsessed with these books. I have a small fortune in Barnes & Noble with paper. I'm just going to tell you that. Like, I need to buy stock in Barnes & Noble. So I saw this. It reminded me of this. And I purchased this because I had this already from a different trip to Barnes & Noble. So you see how this turns into this and that, and then we just have a pile, right? And I need to do something with it. So I purchased this for $5. I had to, and I wanted to make a journal out of this. But now what I'm kind of thinking is I'm going to take elements from this and create a recipe journal in this. Very excited for that. Jane, as I was saying to the left, the melody of that song was playing in my head, but I knew if I tried to do it, it would be bad. So I didn't. Anyway, Yeah. And the hippos are super cute, right, Cheryl? I absolutely love the hippos. Love the hippos. Okay. And and then in my head, I was like, oh, I need those little, those binder things, the stickers, so you don't tear your pages, like when we were in school, because we were always, putting stuff in and out of our 3-ring binders. I couldn't find those at Target, which was really weird. And it even said that they had them and it was on whatever aisle, see something, and I didn't see them there. But I did see these for $1, and they're neon. They're quite fun. And I just bought some fine liner highlighters, which I think I showed you guys on my last haul. And I did, get sucked in with that back to school thing too. But I saw these, reminded me of the highlighters I just purchased. And I thought, reinforcing donuts. Is that it? I don't know what else to call them. Cheryl, I'll flip through the paper in just a second if you've not. I'll do like a quick flip through. Anyway, so I was like, well, I have a hole punch. I can make my own little reinforced donuts, so to speak, says Jane. Jane gave them a name. I don't even know what they're called. These are dot stickers. I'm going to poke a hole in these. What I'm going to do with the little leftover, probably nothing. Hole reinforcers. Yeah, who knows what they're called. Yeah, that has to be what they're called. But anyway, so I thought that this would be fun to use for this. And then I could sew this or put the binder, 3-ring binder thing. And then this would be a fun recipe journal. I love recipe books and all of that. I just think that they're a lot of fun. So yeah. Quit trying to explain myself. You get it, right? I'll explain myself into a hole if you let me. Okay, so let's go back to paper. I highly suggest if you're ever at Barnes & Noble, if yours is Barnes & Noble obsessed as I am, you may not be, and that's fine. You don't have to be. To go in their discount section, because like this was $5. And then my daughter was like, oh, don't tear that apart. Don't do this. Don't do that to it. And I was like, well, I want to. That's why I bought it. So then it was around Easter time, and I went back the very next day and I bought her own to put her in her Easter basket. So she has her own. I have this one I can tear up, and we're good to go with it. Now, this paper is an appetizing collection. I'm not going to lie to you. These are not cheap. These are this one was $35, but I'm a member, and so then I save 10%, and then I earn the rewards, and I think I used a $5 reward on this, so it kind of is fun. This is just 180 pages to create and craft with. So it includes stationery, bookmarks, stickers, or wrapping paper, gift tags, and more. So all of the paper books are similarly set up to where this is all stuff that you can create with cards, or if I'm crooked and it bothers you, let me know, because I think it still might be my camera. For quick cards, for journals, for note cards, for you could mail, there's postcards in here. It's really everything. Like this is its own journal. And then I'll kind of flip through it a little bit more. And I really liked this because it was all everything food, right? And I have a sourdough recipe journal, which is fun. But I wanted like more of like a recipe journal that I could play with. These are all of the stickers. And sings the justification song very well. I do. Don't I? Aren't we all like that as crafters? Aren't we? If we can justify in 2.5 seconds what we would do with something we don't need in the store, it's okay to buy it. That's a rule, right? Flo, my mom is about to probably chime in with you. But all of these can be framed arts. I think there's like directions. Like this is fun on how to make like a gallery wall, just fun stuff like that. This is the gift wrap that comes with it. The pickles. How can you not? I freaking love pickles. used to make pickles all the time because we used to grow cucumbers, but I don't do that now. But I do, Jane. I do. Anyway, so they are just like the flow journals. I don't like those as well for some reason. I don't know why. I think this gives me more of a variety. But the pink and the green really reminds me of Troop Beverly Hills too. So there's that. So anyway, so you just kind of keep flipping through here. Here's a notebook. So this could be its own journal. Hey, Chris. Hey, welcome. I'm glad to have you. So this is really cool. I think this comes with a few of them. These are like doorknob thingies or whatever. And yeah, we just kind of flip through here, and that's what the paper are. So that's what really brought me to that folder, because I thought, oh, it will really allow me to use this. So you're Shrimply the best, guys. Shrimply the best. Yeah. So a lot of these, like we've watched Dee Dee go through a lot of she does the paper. She does the flow. She does the Daphne's. I don't like the flow journal, and I don't like the Daphne's as well. But have a cup of positivity. Oh, that would be a good little, oh, I forgot to do the prompt in my Facebook group today. I've been with my grandson all morning, like I explained at the very beginning, as you saw me cleaning up the crayons and his coloring and all that. So I'll have to do that after this. But that would be like a good prompt, right? Another, here's like a recipe book it comes with. Yeah, like you really get your money's worth in here. I haven't opened this one up. Let's just see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you get your money's worth here. This is just, I think it's fun. And of course I'm going to deconstruct it and kind of make it into like my own thing. Life is short, make it sweet, because it's birthday weekend and calories don't count. I did get my grandson a cake pop on our way home to him. And so that was, I was like, I thought our birthday calories don't, well, he's 2, so calories don't really count at all, but I was like, you get a treat. Okay, my kitchen, my rules, just fun, right? Yeah, I'm very easily baited sometimes, Jane. Anyway, so that's kind of what the paper is. And just like the flow journals, you can decide what you want. Oh, and I bought these too for my whiteboard, because that black that it came with just is not going to be good enough. And these were on sale as well, and I liked these because they have all the different colors and they won't roll off the counter. They're kind of like squared a little bit. So I do like that. Yeah, so that kind of brings us to doing something a little bit different today. And this is something I've never done, so you might have to bear with me. And I might be a little delirious too, so we don't know. Yeah, thumbs up. Thank you. I know I posted, or I pinned it, but I forgot to say it. Have any of you guys ever done Kendra's card challenge before? I just started following her on Patreon. But I have never done it before, and I'll tell you why. And once I show you, you might be like, I tap out. That's not for me. So the way it is done in these directions, I tap out. It's not for me. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not entering her contest, and I'm not trying to create 15 cards out of 6 pages of 6x6 or whatever that is. But I really like her concept, and I really like sketches. So this is Kendra's card challenge number 23. And these are all the directions that I did print out. And if you want to like get introduced to it, or if you know what it is, and I'm a Craft Roulette follower. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm a big card maker as well. So this is kind of where I heard about this. I see a lot of people doing things with it. It gets very technical, and that's where I get like, that does not look like fun, right? These are all of the dimensions and the things that you will cut out. And I think this can be done on a 6x6. Yeah, 6x6 paper cutting guides, 6 sheets yields 16 cards. So there's that. It's a really good concept, and it is a contest. So the contest is July 1st through September 30th, and a lot of really good people, like you can win a lot of really good prizes. There's a lot of really good vendors in there. And so these are just all the dimensions that you would be cutting up. It's a little bit too technical for me, so I'm just using the concept. And I'm going to loosely put it in a journal, on a card, kind of whatever. And so then it gives you the card sketches for what you could do with the pieces. And it's cute. Like, so I think, and then there's directions, of course. So I think these are mostly A2 cards, which I'm a everything size card maker. I do 5x7 and A2. And then here's more sketches. I really want this for the sketches and the idea. So then with the sketches, I might have to cut these down to size. But we'll have to see. Haven't done the actual challenge, but I've used some of her templates. Flo, that's kind of where I'm going at with this, because I don't want to get too caught up in the weeds, and like get lost in the sauce kind of thing. But I want to use some of my leftover birthday freebies that I haven't, oh, I got it wet, oops, that I haven't finished using, I think, on a few cards, and we can kind of just go from there. So we have, what do we have here? Lottie's Magic Attic. She provided a great folio for us in the Facebook group. Be Happy Stationery provided amazing card front templates. Sweet Pea Curiosities, amazing freebies. Like, it's just perfect. So I know that what I created in my Facebook group and what I designed does not hold a candle to what they're doing. But I'm not like a professional designer, and that's not what, I'm more of like a creator, and but I do want to learn how to design, because then it just kind of enhances the level of creativity and what I can do. So I want to use these guys, and I want to cut up a few of, it's just fun stuff, right? And there's still more to come. So if you're not in the Facebook group, go join it, because the month's not over. As much as it is, it's not at the same time. So yeah, and that's the folio, and everything's to size. I did the folio last week if you were here. I just think that this is so fun and colorful. I absolutely love it. So and then I just have some little sassy sentiments and things like that I purchased on Etsy. I honestly don't know who I purchased these from. I don't know. So I would have to like go back and look. And this is like Sweet Pea, and this is just like Anna Griffin and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is, and I didn't get out my 6x6 paper pads because I have plenty of scraps is the word I was looking for. So I have plenty of scraps. So I didn't feel the need to go get out my 6x6 paper pads. Okay, I kind of am feeling, I don't know. Hold on. Because I'm not going to sit down and like cut all of these out like a lot of creators are for Kendra's Card Challenge. I'm going to create for the templates like Flo was talking about, because I think that that's a lot of fun, right? My sentiments might be different sizes. It's, we might just be going all over the place with this. Who freaking knows? I don't know. I kind of like this one, the paper one, the D. So I kind of wanted to start with that because I really like these, or because these are fun. Please go fascinate someone else, because that's a lot of fun, and that doesn't have to be birthday. But I like a lot of this stuff. So we would just need to cut up strips of paper and then see where D is. But again, this is going to be probably for an A2, but I'm not going to get worried about that either. So D right here is 5 inches by 3 3/4. And if you know me, you know I'm not a measurement queen. So let's just go for it. So let me, hold on, excuse me. Let me put a star right here just so I know which ones I've created or which ones I'm creating. And I'll save this for like my stash or whatever. And then I want to go D is 5 by 3 3/4. So let's get out my paper trimmer hoard. I've got quite a few paper trimmers sitting over there because I tend to buy a paper trimmer that the blades are discontinued, which ends up being a real bummer. Let's see. I'm thinking the strips are probably going to be more for solid colors, but it doesn't have to be that way. So what I want to do for D is this, or hold on. I had another, oh, right here. This may not, I like the vintage of it. So let me kind of set this stuff aside. And let's see, because if not, then I'll use this. And this is a Joann's, R.I.P. Joann's paper pack. And I agree, Flo. Chris, you need time off and you need time to relax. I think that's really important for all of us. So anyway, okay, look, it has this. I had no idea. Oops. I had no idea it has this on the bottom either. Like, this is how new this trimmer is to me, but whatever. So I don't even know if this is going to be 5 inches. Oh, it is. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure that that's correct. Three 3/4. Okay. We're just gonna kind of guesstimate. I don't know if that's right. I think I just did that wrong. That's what I did. Let's see. I mean, yeah, so these are then for A2, right? If we're looking at the 5 by 3 3/4, I did 3 3/4 ish. Like, don't, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Hey, Lisa, welcome, welcome. Hey, Purple Penny, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Crooked Colors, this is your first time here. Welcome. So let me see. And it probably says in the directions if they're meant for A2 cards or not. I mean, this is a 6x6 paper pad, so I honestly am just going to assume that. Oh, yeah, it even says this is meant. Okay. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is an A2. So I'm just going to go with that. Like, that's kind of what I'm doing right here. So this is fine. I like that, or we could do that. I don't know. We'll decide. I'm not going to freak my freak about it. And then it says glue the strips to this panel. See, so I'm not going to try to get too crazy with this, but A, E, D, C, and A. Oh gosh. Like, see, this is where I'm like, so they're all 1/2 inch by 1 inch strips. Okay. So, yes, it's Leo season. And I just wanted to celebrate like my birthday bash with using up the freebies from the Facebook group and having like fun like that. Okay, so we're gonna do 1/2 inch by 1 inch long strips. And this is where I want to use this. I really like this or this. I think this is cute. This is directional. And so for my first time doing a Kendra's card challenge sketch, I'm not going to like, you know, I'm not going to get too picky about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down. because this is a 12 by 12 paper and it's going to make it easier if I just cut it down in half. Okay, so we're going to do 1/2 inch by 1 inch. All right, well, let's see if we can kind of figure myself out, which I'm going to tell you probably not. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So this is going to be more of a guesstimation. I might just end up doing 1 by 1 strips, which then they're going to get a little bit, that's not right. That's not right. Okay, so see, that's where I need to kind of trim it down a little bit more. Let's see. I'm so glad that you guys decided to join. Okay. And just chitty chat with each other. Thank you, Lisa. My birthday is next week. I'm so excited to celebrate it all month. And this is the weekend, weekend before my birthday. So I thought, oh, let's just do that. Let's celebrate, right? Okay. Here we go. Here's where we're going to get, oops, am I not following the, I might have not cut it. Okay. See, and we're just trimming off just a tad. Okay. And this is where I'm just going to not get in my head about it. And I don't want them too short. I want them the length of, oh, it's supposed to be shorter. Like this is D, this is the big one. And then these are supposed to be shorter on here. That's a lot of white space for me. So I don't even know if I did that correctly, but it looks like I probably ish, right? So we have a layer, a 2 3/4 by 4 by 4. Okay. So we could, oh, this would be cute. Oh, that's not going to work though. Hold on. 2 3/4, maybe. Let's see. And I'm not measuring exact, okay? I'm just kind of like guesstimating. So we'll just go here. Oops. So that might be it. Okay, by 4. It's the layering. A lot of card makers love to do all of the layering, which is fine. I like it too, but this is where we get a little bit like it's supposed to be like that. And then the strips go inside of it. And that's kind of how I am doing it. Back to coloring. Oh, and your Googelli. You do such beautiful coloring in the Googelli. Let's see. August babies. My mom's an August baby. She's an August Leo. She's up in the chat. Okay, so, and then that's where like the 1/2 inch by 1 inch, but there's supposed to be more. So I know I'm doing something a little bit wrong with this, and I'm not afraid of admitting it, but that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. And then I am going to probably not do as many strips. Actually, I want to cut this in half. Let's just cut that. So they're thinner strips, and put these on here. And on the card sketch, they're supposed to all be different, but I'm not really going to do it all like different. Okay. Just going to kind of do a line right there. Let me get out my cutter bees because they're front and center, because my grandson, when he was coloring at my desk earlier this morning, he kept trying to pick those up. I was like, no. And then we were FaceTiming with his dad because he was on his way to work. So it It was sheer chaos this morning, chasing around a 2-year-old. just so you know. But he's the best. He's such a character. He kept putting on my beach hat this morning and then laughing about it. And then walking around the house and chasing the cats. They were like, no, get away from me. Get away from me. Yes, Lisa, let's celebrate your birthday too. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of trim these down. 2, 4, 5. And let's see if we can fit 5 on here. See, so this is what I mean when things get a little bit too technical. See, this is a little bit thinner too, but I'm not worried about that. For these Kendra card challenge things, like I do not have an engineer's brain at all. So I just like the idea of the sketches, and it kind of gets me out of my comfort zone. And then I can kind of match sizing for myself, like putting these on, on journal pages, things like that. Like the whole sketch idea can go from there. Okay. And then we have 2.5 by 3 3/4. Oh, that's what we did for here. Oh, duh, Carrie. Duh. And then we're going to put the sentiment. I think my sentiments are a little bit too big, so I'll have to figure that out. Okay. One layer at a time. Okay, this sheet is not getting used. And then I'm going to glue this down. And because these are all the same and these are double-sided, I might just do every other one. And then let's see how many I can kind of fit on here, because I a little bit want the essence of the ad back there. Let's see. Let's see if we can fit one more on here, and probably not the 5. Trying to get them straight, but there we go. There we go. Okay. And then I kind of like it just like that, right? We could make them off-centered if we want. Like, we don't have to get real technical and all of that about it. So that just kind of depends where you want to go. I should probably put in the middle first and then kind of work my way out to make sure everything is going to fit. Actually, I kind of like the idea of staggering it a little bit just because I didn't do my dimensions perfectly. You know, that's an old scrapbooking like little technique, like when you couldn't get everything perfectly straight because we were hand lettering everything, right? Way back in the day. Okay. Let's do this. These are really like trying to. Okay, so this one I'm going to glue first. Hoping I have glue, and oh, I do. Thank goodness. This glue press is like the best thing ever. I love it. If you're debating getting it, go get it. Because I left my glue lid off all week and it just sitting in a mug. And I just put the lid back on, I think Friday night, because I was like, oh shit. But let's see if we're doing this correctly. Normally that would clog up my glue, but it didn't happen. Oops. And wet glue, of course, will move. We'll move a little bit. Hand creaky old voice. That's kind of how I feel, right? Yeah. Remember the days when we used to have to do the hand lettering with a ruler? And I'm half crooked anyway, so yeah. Oh, goodness. Oops, we tore that off a little bit. That's okay. Okay. So we're just going to kind of go down here. And so then we're staggering them a little bit so I don't have to like really stress out about it. But so as you can see, so the Kendra's Card Challenge is really catering to the A2 card maker, which, you know, most of the card making community is like, oh, now I see how I was like, oh, like let's start in the middle and make it all even. And I learned how to screw that up really quick, didn't I? But you know, do what you want to do. It's your art project. Just like they say on Craft Roulette. As long as you can explain it, the parameters, you're good to go. And then we're going to put that on here. So this might be something, but we're not going to put it upside down. I honestly would never like fuss over something like this normally. So you see how it just kind of gets us out of our box a little bit. I'm trying to look to see what sentiments I have. I desperately wanted to use these sentiments, but I think these tags are too big. And then we could try to do the same concept on a 5x7 if we wanted, or we could try a different sketch and kind of find out what happens. But this says a vintage edition, aged to perfection, still no instructions. Like that's fun. And we could kind of ink that up. And then that basically would be it. We have the card. We have the layering piece, although she has several layering pieces on here, which is 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I could try to do another solid piece of paper. Let's just see how that would go, because that might make all of this make a little bit more sense. So there we go. There we go. And it's a scrap buster. Four. I measure this one right, but nothing else is measured right. Then there we go. Then we're going to look all silly. Let's see, it's just a layering piece. Layers upon layers upon layers. And you can even pop a layer up. I haven't popped something up on a card in forever. That's because the darn USPS postage keeps going up. So I'm afraid to layer anything up and mail it out. My gosh. And in my Facebook group, I will be doing a giveaway when I reach 100 members, followers, whatever. It's members. Because at this point, I really want June-tober 2027 to be a fun, immersive experience for everyone. And so I'm kind of building that up now. So, and I'm taking a different approach to general card making groups because I want it to be focused around self-care. And I have Jane in my head being like, where's your scraper? And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know. Jane, I have no idea where the scraper is. Other than it's supposed to be here. And I tell you what, when I am not here with you guys, I'll be like, oh, there's the scraper. Where did I put it? That's really weird. My grandson says that. He probably took the scraper, actually. I don't know where I put the scraper. Okay, so there we go. And yeah, so when we get to, no, we want that side. 100 members in the Facebook group, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. And then when I reach 500 subscribers here on YouTube, I'm also going to be doing a special live giveaway. And I think that that's just fun because I'm at $3.99, I think, right now, or whatever. Because I like creating for like self-care in the community, and I like other people's like I like receiving happy mail and like seeing what other people create. I think that that's a lot of fun. And I'll be doing like a short, I think, for all the birthday cards that I've received. And most of them are from Craft Roulette, but some of them are from other groups that I'm in. And I received a lot this year. And that's very exciting. Okay, I do need that scraper. I don't know where I put it, Jane. I don't know. We're going to have to put it around my neck on a necklace or something for when I'm sitting at the craft desk. It's somewhere. It probably is to the left. Oh my goodness. To enter the groups. Oh, it's okay. Chris, throw your link in. I think I have you as a mod. Yeah, it is to the left. I see the other one. Oh my goodness, I'm at 401. Yay. Well, not like, that it's just exciting because I looked last night or the day before and I was at 399 or something. I was like, oh, it'll take me a while. It's okay. But it's fun how others are receptive to like supporting each other and watching each other's creative endeavors. I recently started following, I don't know what took me so long. I've been a member of her channel for a while. Carrie the Paper Monkey, like her Saturday morning coffee clutch. I can't stay a whole lot of time because she's like in a fairly different time zone than I am. I think she's in Louisiana or Mississippi or something. And she's a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't checked her out, go check her out. Okay, I think my grandson had this in his mouth this morning because he's 2. He's like brushing his teeth all the time and stuff, and he wants to do it on his own. And I think he thought that this was a toothbrush. And I also think I sent him home with some Crayola Super Tips on his cheek. Oh well. And I think he was going to lunch with his other grandma that's visiting from Arizona, or his great grandma. It's her grandma, because it's her brother's birthday on the same day as mine as well. My grandson's a Leo too. It's like Leos unite. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to put this in the middle and then I'm going to ink up a little bit more. And according to this is kind of done. See, so you see how I didn't follow that genuinely to specs because I don't have it in me to do that. I mean, this whole thing could be crooked, but then again, just remember it could be my camera. Let's go with that. It could be the camera. So that's fun. Okay, so let's continue to ink up. So it's like an inky little party. And then that is going to be the sketch, or, the card for the sketch. And I have to tell you, I would never sit here and cut things into strips and get real fussy with it just because of my patience. And I'd be like, it's just easier to have the satisfaction of a project finished. But then you miss the part of thinking and creating and really creating something fun and different that other people will like, or that you haven't thought to create before. So that's really why I started following Kendra on Patreon, and to get her card sketches and kind of get ideas, and people share things, and it's just a lot of fun. So if I inspire you because someone else has inspired me, let's just do that full circle. And how about you put that in my community tab here on Facebook, and we can kind of we can inspire each other, because I think that that's a lot of fun. Okay. So I don't like the white space. It freaks me out. Too much is too much. If you know, you know. If you could leave it, leave it. It would look neater. I've been a neat linear crafter for way too long because the card community kind of beats that into you. And I really kind of left that behind so I could get more creative freedom going on. And so I like to ink things up and make it all fun and inky. And why not? Why the heck not? I need to watch my Sunday mouth. Pre-moistened. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he pre-moistened everything. It's funny. Oh my goodness. Oh, bye, Cheryl. Bye. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Chris, for putting everyone's pages in here. That's exciting. I like that. Okay. Well, thank you, Flo. I just think it's fun, right, to do something different. We're out to celebrate my son's birthday on the 23rd. Happy birthday, Jane's son. That's very exciting. I like to try to spend a second to get caught up on your comments. Okay, so let's do We'll copy and then we'll try to do the link for the Facebook group. Okay. And we could put a sentiment. Okay. Here we go. We could get sassy on the inside, no? Couldn't we? But this is already like a birthday card. So I would have needed another sentiment, right? I was trying to think like I could use those somehow, some way to put a sentiment on the inside. Couldn't I? We could put this picture on the inside. I think that would be fun. Let's do that. Just because I don't always like to leave the inside blank. Or sometimes I do. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in. But I feel like I am finishing. Like this needs to be fully finished. And it goes with the color scheme, I think. And then what I'm going to do for the next one, I'm going to pull out the freebie, the digital that I created. That's the freebie for this week in my Facebook group. And we're going to see what we can do with that. And you see how it just kind of fits in here. You could mat this if you want, but I like it the way it is because it has the inking around it. So it's kind of like it already is like matted in some form or another. Alrighty. Stick this in there. And if you have a personalized stamp, do not forget it. Okay, so my question for you guys is, because I do a lot of swaps and then I get burnt out on them because that shipping and that time thing, like I don't have a whole lot of time and the shipping's starting to scare me a little bit. Do you guys like doing swaps? And I think I'm going to post this as a poll in my Facebook group because I know some people love doing them and some people, they don't because it becomes an obligation, right? And so I kind of like to get others' opinions on it too. Hey, Paint Paper Play, welcome, welcome. I don't know how to pronounce your name and I don't want to butcher it, so I apologize. I'll have to learn it. I'm glad to have you here. I always love a new crafty friend. Okay, so that's just kind of, I got shadowing there, but I was kind of goofing around at the same time. I have two personalized stamps. One's like a little barcode, kind of, you know, fun little thing. And then one is this one that I like to use more. I'm glad you're a new subscriber. Okay, there we go. And there's that ink. If I want to, you know, freak and take my mono sand eraser and get that off, I will, but I'm not, and I won't. So anyway, so yeah, do you guys like the card swaps? Because I'm forgetting what I'm saying as I'm doing it. Okay, so let's see if we could do another sketch and I'll use my freebies. Have you guys seen my freebies? Let me get them. Let me get them. They're somewhere in this pile. Wait, they were. Did my grandson move them? Oh no, guys, I think he did. Hold on, I'm going through the pile behind me. Shit. Shoot. Where did I put them? I think my grandson moved them. I'm going to have to print them out because I do want to play with those. That was the whole point. A little funny baby. Okay. I'm going to print them out. I just know they're to the left too, probably. Everything's to the left. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to print those out really quick while we create with something else. I thought I had them. He might have walked off with them, is what he did. Hey, welcome, welcome. Big Mama, I'm so glad to have you here. It's not offensive. Mouse guard today, Jane. Really? Autocorrect ruins the day all of the time. Okay, I'm going to have to print out my freebies. Don't mind the technical glitch, and then we'll do another. I really just had those. That's where I'm like, wait. And that's probably what I should have shown. Oh, I have them. I found them. I don't have to print them out. I hid them from my grandson. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. It's Sunday. You guys, I'm exhausted. SeaWorld really wore me out yesterday. It was like 89 degrees at SeaWorld yesterday, and it was like 90% humidity. And today is 100% humidity, and it's like 92. There's a storm coming up from Mexico, and it's really kind of killing me. Okay. Autocorrect. That just cracks me up. Oh, hey, Carrie. It is. Or you're the other Carrie, right? I'm Glitter Carrie, you're the other Carrie, and then there's the real Carrie. I'm really excited to have you here, Big Mama. Thank you. Okay, Sandy. Oh, okay. I don't know. We're fine. Okay, so these are the freebie, the digitals. Oh, goodness. That's not even all of them. These are the digitals that I created for my Facebook group. And I'm going to print out the background because those I did not print out, and I do know that. Let me print that out really, really quick. And I've never created digitals before. And so I kind of had an idea of how to do it. And I thought, you know what, like all these creators, I felt like I was asking a lot of the designers. And for some reason, it doesn't want to print a full page. That's really weird. Hold on. I don't know. It doesn't want to. Hold on. I'm just going to. Why is that doing that? Okay. Well, we'll go with it. I didn't want to keep asking of the designers, and I was like, you know what? I think I have an idea of how to do this. I think I can do it. I thought I designed these to be 8.5 by 11, but now I'm not sure that I did. And then that would just be my mistake because I've not created the digitals before. But that's okay. Or I might have created them to be bigger and they're just kind of printing weird. Okay, so let me just get back on track. Anyway, so we have these little vintage ephemera that I created. These could be stickers as well, and I kind of designed it to be stickers. These, I did the white elements. Excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of my iced tea. I did do the white elements around it. And because you could make them stickers, you could, you know, take a alcohol marker and kind of like, when you're coloring in stamps, a lot of times you can kind of edge it with like a different color, and it's just like a fun looking thing. So I liked all of the vintage elements here. I thought that this was fun, and it's very birthday reminiscent because who doesn't want a cake served up in like a fun little jewelry box looking thing? Like it's very, I love it. And then I created these. I did gray around this. So, and we didn't have the stark white border. It just kind of, you know, depends on how people are going to use them to print them out. And then I did some very generic sentiments because I didn't want to get too fun or snarky because I can, but I know not everyone would appreciate that. And they were a freebie in my Facebook group. So I wanted to kind of make it more general. And then I have the background papers that are going right now. So we could, let's see what other card sketch we might want to create. Let's see. Now, all of these are like very square. Everything's very linear because she's a card maker, right? And so that's kind of how that card making community is. I like this. I think that this is fun. but I would rather put ephemera here, or instead of the circles, do ephemera. So we could do that. And then this is going to be the A2 card, and I don't necessarily want it to be an A2 card. So I think I want to, okay, there's the backgrounds. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why the backgrounds are printing out a little bit weird. So maybe I would, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So we have confetti, a fun confetti vintage palette. And then we have the clocks because, you know, it's a birthday. Time has gone by. And I think that it just kind of fits in with this. Okay. So let's just split these in half. And instead of the circles, I am going to make these different ephemera, like a bigger one here and then a little one behind there. So you can kind of see where the card sketch is really like a brainstorming idea is kind of how I want to use it. So let's see. Okay, let's one card down, set off to the side. Let me trim this down. So I did kind of muff that up how I created that. I thought I was creating it for 8.5 by 11 paper, but I'm not going to throw away these scraps either. I'm going to save these for sentiments or whatever I want. What the heck? Don't tell me I need a new blade already. This paper trimmer struggle is real, guys. Like, if you have a paper trimmer that you're just absolutely in love with, let me know. And if it's Fiskars, please don't tell me because I do not love them. I really loved my Cricut paper trimmer. And I'll be darned if I left that thing at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo last time I went. I left it right on the table at the crop and gone. Gone. And I really liked the We Are trimmer scoreboard. But now I can't find blades for that. I freaking love that thing. And I got this one for nearly free on Michael's in January when they were having a sale. You got a new paper trimmer, but you're not convinced you like it. See, that's the whole thing, right, Carrie? We don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, I still need the paper trimmer. Paper cutters are my nightmare. Okay, so I'm not alone in that, right? Where did my... I'm going to tell you I'm going to lose my mind today until I get a nap. Chasing after a 2-year-old is not for the faint at heart. Last time I did it, I was much younger. Much younger. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of cut this down in the middle and kind of make these the background. So I'm going to start out with 2.5 because it's a 5 by 7. So that's just kind of where I'm going to start out right there. Not convinced yet. You got it yesterday. The Fiskars scoreboard. I don't like the Fiskars at all. The Fiskars I had for years, I didn't like, and it had like the little violin string in the window so you could see it. And then the blade kept popping off. I was like, why? So, I mean, if you like it, yeah, let us know. But yeah, those suckers can be a little bit finicky. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit more. See, when I sink my blade into the middle of this, it starts to cut a little bit crooked, and that's where it pisses me off. That's where it just starts to piss me off. Okay, I might have to trim this down just a little bit too, but that's okay. We're good to go. Using the violin now, and so I understand the stupid blade popping out. Yeah, why does it do that? I thought like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. I can see exactly where I'm trimming, right? Big fat no. If it keeps popping out, because then what was happening is it was cutting crooked every time I would put it back in there. Like, I guess I'm the problem. Hi, it's me. And everything is to the left, right? And see, these aren't very even, but that's okay, because if somebody doesn't like a creation that I am creating for them with my own two hands, because I'm handmade, not Hallmark, they don't need to be on my darn gift list anymore. If they don't like it, they don't have to put up with it. And I will just take that stress right out of their way, and I won't create for them anymore. So there we are, as straight as we're going to get it. And I do want to glue this down. And this is supposed to also have another layer as well. So that's with the whole A2 card making world. They like to layer everything up, and everything is like 1/8 of an inch, and everything is very prim, perfect, linear, pristine. I'm a little bit more of an outside the box kind of gal. And that's why I started junk journaling, because I had a lot more creative freedom to create imperfect things, purpose or not on purpose, and it was a work of art regardless, because I love how other people's like junk journals and things like that turn out, and they're just fun and funky. I really like it. Okay, so we'll try to kind of get this as even-ish, even adjacent, we'll say. Are we good with even adjacent? Now I could use this Victorian velvet to edge it up, because again, I'm not the big white girly, but I might do something a little bit more vintagey and fun. Okay. And we were going to just kind of put a star by the ones that we were creating, just so I know that it matters, you know. Learned how to make the journals before I found out about the rules. That's actually, I did too. When I went into journal making, I was like, this is just how I want to do it. And that's what I want to do. So, journals to look like you found it in a trunk in an attic. That's exactly it. I do like that a lot. Okay. So there is so we're going to do 3. I like this. I think that's a lot of fun. Like desserts unite, right? Let's do the dessert ones. Okay. And I'll probably ink these up. And again, these are going to look a little bit different, because some of them I created with the white trim, and some of them I created with the gray trim. And I want this one to be the bigger one, because calories don't count on our birthday, because that's the way it is. I have little ice cream sandwiches, excuse me, that I purchased for my grandson's sleepover that are birthday cake. They're little 100-calorie ones I purchased last night. Okay, so this might be my fatal mistake. Last night, him and I shared one when we got home. We didn't get home till like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then I gave him a bath. I fed him a little bit of dinner, and then we shared an ice cream sandwich. That kid was not to bed until like almost midnight. And I'm like, gee, I wonder why he's staying up so late. Well, it was a party at Grandma's, and Grandma shared a little bit of birthday cake ice cream sandwich with him. So, and then as soon as he woke up this morning, he was ready. I was like, oh, okay, Grandma needs her tea. You need breakfast. Yeah, so he helped me cook eggs, and we did that whole rigmarole. It's so fun. The grungier, the better. Nothing is perfect. That's exactly right. I like it. Although, Jane, you guys in the coloring community, some of your stuff's pretty darn perfect. I get very intimidated by it. And then I'm over here coloring my comfy, cozy coloring. And this is the page that I did this week that I forgot to share, because Cuttlefish is doing a Christmas in July. And so I have, I bought her book digitally. I printed it out on the wrong paper, so it didn't blend very well. But so I added the stickles and probably too much white pen, but I don't care. It's fun. Just a lot of fun. So I'll post the prompt in my group today, because normally I try to pre-post, like schedule the post. I completely forgot. And I'm thinking the prompt I might do is birthday because it is my birthday week. Okay, let me get out. The big one goes in the middle. And the big one is here. And then everything kind of goes behind it. You know what? I'm going to just cut out the white and the gray space. So I'm just kind of up to the line. So, and you guys may not like fussy cutting. So this digital kit that I created might not be for you. But if you have, what's that, Brother Scan and Cut? If you have a Brother Scan and Cut, it might help. I'm not that fancy. I do not have a Brother Scan and Cut. I've always wanted one. You know what? I'm going to try to get in between these candles like I think I can. I'm going to screw it up. Watch. I'm getting ready to screw it up. That's what'll happen. But I don't need another machine. I think I have a Cricut Maker that I haven't used in 4 years. And I'm thinking I'm going to destash her because I think she could probably be better served in somebody else's home rather than just getting dusted here. July 12th, welcome. Big Mama, I know Carrie said your name already. I'm sorry. Happy birthday. Is that a Leo or is that right before? It's a Cancer, right? Because I think Belinda, you're on the cusp as well. So happy belated birthday. Got to celebrate everybody's birthday, man. So I'm almost at the 100 followers in the Facebook group. If you want to go join over there, we're going to be doing giveaways. And that would be so sweet if it was your, I have to go now. My grandson is here. Oh, bye. The most important part of the day, the grandsons, right? I'm not going to tell anybody where the heirs are. I've had people point them out, though, before. Do you think they get any more? See, oh, even Jane does cozy coloring. I don't feel so bad. Aw, I love that, Jane. And we're just going to kind of we'll decide here. Yeah, so your birthday just passed. That's what I thought. So happy birthday. Anyway. So it's fun to celebrate. I am taking the day off. I do have a class, an hour-and-a-half class. So I'll still have to do that. And then me and my daughter are going to go out to lunch. And I have not requested that day off. I don't dare request days off at this point right now. Because they'll be like, no. No. Okay. I don't know if I like it like that. Okay, hold on. Well, that just seems weird. Let's get it together, Carrie. Get it together. This one will look a little bit better like that. Let's see. It's all about placement, you know? I don't know. I want the raspberry on top to show. I do. So it's kind of like that is what I'll do because that's kind of how this one is. And then we'll ink up around it. I do want to ink these up though. We have tea dye, which actually tea dye might go very well. And then I am going to put this on the inside and one of my sentiments are going to go on the inside as well. And then like, this is a historic moment, guys. I don't know if you know, but I've never created a digital image and now I'm creating with it. So things are happening in the So Much Glitter universe. We didn't even know. I didn't even know. Got a Facebook group at the beginning of the month and then one thing led to another. Okay, I am just inking up over this. I'm just kind of going for, and then I'm going to do something with those candles. I have an idea. It just popped into my head. Although I don't know if my idea is going to work very well. But it could. Okay. And we'll just kind of grunge it up. Let's finish grunging it up because the grungier the better, Jane said. You know, I don't know if you know, but Jane also told me to like get my scraper to scrape things down, and I think I've lost it. I actually think my grandson put it somewhere, which is really weird. Not really weird. I was going to say, which is really funny because he'll put things like he'll walk around the house and play with things. And normally like a toddler, you're like, oh, well, that's gone. We'll never find it, right? No, he puts them in random things. Like he'll open up a candle that I have and put it in the candle and put the lid back on. Or my daughter has a candy dish in her room and he always wants in that thing. And that candy's so old. So I'm like, no, let's go get the fresh candy. And he'll put it in there, like somewhere you wouldn't expect. And like when you're cleaning or something, you find it. You're like, oh, look, that's where that went. So it's going to be one of those things. But I do have a scraper like thing hanging up over on my pegboard. And again, this white space may not bother you like it bothers me, but I like was creating this in a very vintage feel. And so I just kind of want to stick with that. And that's where I want to go with that. Okay. Okay. Let's glue this down. Let's glue that down. First of all, my idea. Oh, thank you, Jane. I have an idea, which it could either be this or I just acquired like some highlighters from a coworker because he didn't need them. I don't know why he bought these fine little. So I was thinking like I could do like a highlighter. But I think I'm going to like that better because glitter. We need glitter. Glitter. Welcome you. Hey, Boo. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for sharing. Welcome to the fun little birthday bash. And we're playing with my very first digital created kits ever. So it's like a historic moment over here on Sewmuchglitter's channel today. Okay, let's prime these. I absolutely love these, by the way, these glitter markers from Ohuhu. They're fairly inexpensive for like Ohuhu and glitter markers, and I got them at Michael's a while ago. And I did like use the coupon. Like, yeah. See, and it just kind of comes out. That's what I want to do for the candles because I kind of grunged up the candles a little bit. I grunged them up. That's okay. We're just going to add them. Everything's better with glitter. I don't know if you know, but if you didn't know, now you know. Or shine, sparkle and shine. Hey, it doesn't have to be the glitter because that tends to be a very controversial topic in the art world or crafty world, however you want to dub that as well. People have a lot of strong feelings about glitter, like angry feelings. You can see that. I don't know if you can see it. So that's fun. I did see that you joined my Facebook group. I was going to say something to you and I completely forgot because you've been going on really late and I'm half brain dead. I'm sorry. Or I don't catch you at all because I'm already like in bed. So I did see that you joined my Facebook group and thank you so much. That means a lot to me because you were very like anti-Facebook. So I feel very special. Okay. I don't know how I had those, but this is how they're going to be on there now. Bye, Mom. Love you. Yeah, she's not artsy. She's just here to support and chat with you ladies, just so you know. Okay. And it's the not rainy season up there right now, so time to do the gardening and get outside. Okay. Oh, there we go. And then we'll just kind of put this here and, you know, wherever the wind. Oh, this needs to be under here, though. So hold on. So I don't want glue under here. And I'll try to just do dot, dot, not a lot. Although you can see how that just worked out. I did dot, dot quite a bit. And I do know that my grandson ran off with my microfiber cloth because I watched him do it earlier because he was trying to put it in the washer when we were doing laundry. He's such a helper. My kids were never wanting to help like that. They were like, okay. But you know, I'm grandma, I'm more fun. I think they wanted to help my mom do stuff. Honestly, she was more fun for them too. But she came here on vacation, so then she was more relaxed. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to get the glue under there. Angry about glitter, sad life that they have. Like, I've seen debates. Thank you, View. I've seen debates in crafty groups about glitter, and people get pissed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, then don't use it. Like, it's your project. Don't use it. If it's like, are you allergic to it? What did glitter ever do to you? Whoa, it gets so controversial. It's crazy. I'm like, okay, well, you don't like glitter. Don't use it. I don't like something, I'm not going to use it. You know what I mean? It gets weird. Look at weird. I don't know. I get a lot of keyboard warriors too. I see it in like my local, where I live, Facebook type group, because I try to follow up on the happenings, and there's a few social service things going on that I like to follow up on because it pertains to my line of work. So yeah, people get mad about the dumbest shit. My mouth today. What the hey? Okay. And I'm just going to tuck this in the corner. Real nice and cutesy like. I don't know. Real nice and crooked like, basically. So there's that. So 2 card sketches down. This is like the 3rd week in a row I've made cards with you guys. I'm sorry. I can pull something else out after I'm done too if we want. But I had to create something with my digital. I had to. Okay. Make-A-Wish, which sounds good. Make-A-Wish sounds good. So this might need to be, because this is a really little sentiment. Where did my decorative scissors go? Probably somewhere random. Hold on. I did. I'm kind of tired today, and I don't really feel like doing a thorough clean or, expedition in my craft room, but because I have a pile of toys to clean up still in the living room. A pile, I tell ya. And then I got to mop the floors, so I'll find him all in good time. He didn't walk out of the house with them, I can tell you that, because, I carried him out of here. So unless they were in his diaper, he was smuggling decorative scissors out, which he probably wasn't. Rainbow unicorn farts is glitter, makes them angry. Can you imagine? I got my grandson a unicorn cake pop before he went home. Okay, I have, hold the phone. This that I think would be fun to go with it. People love to feel righteous, don't they? I think grandmas do have it the best. I can do what I want. Although I was more uptight. Like with my mom, I was like, no, you can't do that. She's like, why? Why? Because I said, did you not hear me? Very regimented with my kids because that's just how life was. My son was a little bit wild, and their dad was wild too. Reformed wild, I thought. Decorative. I have on my Where did the yellow ones go that were in here? I didn't even see him mess with those. I have a pegboard here, and I have 2 rows of decorative scissors. And I don't pull them out and use them a whole lot. You know what? I'm going to look on, I know what, he was standing up on one of my nightstands and trying to jump off of it. And I think he was putting stuff under there. And I was like, let's go do laundry. Grandma has to do laundry. Come on. And I think I left him alone for like 2 seconds, and that's where they went. Because I know that's where some crayons are. He kept throwing crayons across the room this morning too. So we're just going to kind of leave it fun. Like, oh, I don't even think you can see that. Leave it fun like that. Jane, I love this this quote of yours. I need to make a sentiment that says that rainbow unicorn farts equals glitter. And then if it makes you angry, that says a lot about your character. That's a snarky sentiment. I think that's fine. No? Is that not okay? Okay. Let's get to getting. And what's more fun than having in your stash than a she probably did it to you as a child. Oh, my mom. A bunch of birthday cards. Because, you know, isn't it the most correct thing to where you're like, oh, I have a birthday party to go to next weekend or whatever. Like when my kids were younger, this is how it was. And then it was like, oh, crap. It's like 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Come on, kids, let's get ready to go to the birthday party that's around noon. Because we got to go buy a gift, wrap a gift, buy a card, and get there. I'm never doing that kind of stuff again. That kind of like, oh shit moments. Just got the birthday cards in my stash. Okay, so this is the first ever historic moment here at So Much Glitter. I created this digital kit, and now I created a card with it. So go check it out in the Facebook group. It's yours free to have for birthday month. Woohoo! Okay. Now I did set I was like, I did create another card and I set it aside. We could create one more. We got time. We got time. Unless you're in a hurry and you can't be here. That's okay. I'm not taking attendance. Let's see. Let's see. What else would we like to do? Snark is more than okay, Jane. I love snark. I'm fairly sarcastic in general, though. I do like this one because it reminds me of a Polaroid. And so what I'm going to do, I'm getting a little bit precious about some of my printables, and I don't know why. Because it makes zero sense to me why, to be honest with you, because I can reprint these and it's not going to be that big of a deal. So I can stop doing that right now. Tell me to stop it. Okay, so we have the A2 card. I'm going to do this one next. My iced tea keeps dripping. 3 1/4 by 5 background paper. Okay. Let's get the background paper going. I have to tell you, this Lottie's Magic, the background paper for Lottie's Magic Attic and this, I think go together. I think I really like those too. Thank you, Flo. Yeah, lots of firsts. This whole second stage of my life, I'm doing shit that makes me happy. And I told you my language today. It's not typical Sunday language, but you know, it's my party and I'll be snarky if I wanna, I guess. Not very nice either. Okay, so 3 1/2 by 5, and then of course there's the whole layering piece. But that's what I like about this because it kind of reminds me of like an old-fashioned Polaroid. So let's cut it down to 3.5 by 5. And we get to put it a little bit crooked on here. And this does not have to be directional. This is the folio, and then I double printed it. Bye, Jane. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. 3.5. And since it's not directional, I don't even care. 3.5 by 5. Here we go. Here we go. I just think some of these would be much more suited, and then we can like do it crooked, right? On a 5 by 7, I think. Because you get more, I like the more real estate thing on 5 by 7s, but that's, you know, how it is on here. Hey, Zippity, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you joined us. Let's see, where are we at now? And then the layer piece is 2.5 by 3. 2.5. I see my progressives are really doing me a disservice right now. 2.5 by 3 3/4. Or it's me. I'm not learning how to use them properly. Which that could be it. It could be me, guys. I could be the problem. I mean, I don't want to alarm you, but it could be my problem. Let's get the holographic paper out, I think. I think that's what I want to do. Which I just had that sheet, but let's do this because this is going to be a little bit more fun. Let's see. Oh, that would be fun, huh? With these. That'd be fun. Just a little. Oops, got 2 of them. This reminds me of like 8-bit, right? Like the old video games and stuff. Like Duck Hunt. Oh gosh. Should get out my Nintendo today. No, my living room's already a mess. I'm not getting out my Nintendo. What are you talking about? I have toddler toys to go pick up. Okay. 2.5 by 3 3/4. So we have 2.5 by 3 3/4 ish right here. Right? Okay, so these girls' faces might be a little bit too big. See, that's where I get kind of with the A2 card. Like they're more 5 by 7 style. So I might need to get something else. And then this is crooked on this, which is kind of how it's done there. And then we have 2.5 by 1 3/4. We're just going to try it and see. And if we don't like it, I'll go get something out of my stash. I'm not going to get too precious about it. I'm kind of cut this off, just cut the edges off so I can trim it. So let's just see one to see if I'm going to like it. What do we say? 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. Ooh, I don't like that. By 1 3/4. So it's just her head. Oh, you get some dessert in there, don't you? Well, I didn't do that right. That's not 2 3/4, is it? But you know what? This is not an exact science because I'm not a scientist. I am a paper crafter. Where'd my pencil go? Probably to the left. No, or it's in here, back here. Okay. Let's cut that down. So no time. Exactly. Exactly, Deputy. Oh, you guys are fun. Thanks for joining today. Okay. So I'll just kind of, excuse me, Just kind of put this up here, and then we'll do her as well similarly. These would be great pockets too that Marisa created. You could kind of fold them together and make them pockets in a journal. I think that those are super cute. I love all of like the desserts and stuff. I think I'm going to save this, the headless lady, because this would be a fun paper doll. I can put a different kind of head on her. So, okay, here we go again. 2 1/4. Oh, did I do 2 3/4? You know what? Let's just match them up this way. Let's just trace it and match it up this way. That's what I'm doing. Because I don't want the measurements to be different. It's real riveting, extreme exactness around here. Okay, here we go. Because then we still get her. She looks like she could do some damage if she wants, huh? She looks like she has a bit of a Leo attitude. Oh my goodness. I think that pencil mark is too light. Right there, right there. And then we'll put her together, and then we can have some. We got the dots to put on it. She's really thinking, do I want that cake? Yes, I think I do. Do I want you to have cake with me? No, I think not, peasant. See, I did cut them a little bit crooked. I'm homemade, not Hallmark. It is what it is. Okay, there we go. And then that's 3 cards down. I promise next week, you guys, I'll do something different. I won't do just card making. Although I did learn in Carrie's coffee clutch yesterday morning that Gwen, the trash witch or the paper witch, correct me, it's okay, has a hashtag flip through Friday. So I'm going to do that. I think that that'll be fun because I have things to flip through. That gave me an idea when she said that. I was like, hey, that's fun. I've been trying to go live on Fridays here and there. Like View has been live with me here and there on Fridays. Christina has been like moderating. And then I do know that Delise goes live on Friday too, and I'm kind of stepping over her, and I don't mean to do that, but sometimes it's just, that's the time that I get that I can do it, like casual Friday, a casual Friday thing. So that might be like my recorded video this week. A flip through Friday. I don't know. Okay, we're going to put that off centered here because that's how the sketch is. And then this now is also going to, which this is a little bit, it's because I didn't, oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I just have to center it up a little bit better because I'm a little bit crooked. Don't worry. Folks will understand. I figured, and you know, I know I've had this discussion before, like you got to go on when it's good for you. And there is always a replay, and somebody's always on 24/7, guys. Like we're not like being rude or anything. But yeah, it's kind of like life gets a little bit hectic. Okay. That scraper is to the left, I don't know where that scraper went. My grandson could probably tell me. And this one, I'm not going to ink up around the edges like I did before. And I'm going to go get some enamel dots. They are to the right of me. And I have a art bin full of enamel dots and stuff, which I just saw on dictionary pages in here. So I'm going to see if there's anything that's celebratory. because I want it to be a little shiny. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's do the pink. What do we think? Or we could do the darker pink. Ooh. Oh, and then the dictionary says E through F, Q through A through B. Let's see if there's a benefit. Payment for people who are sick or unemployed. An advantage you get from a situation. Bill, a narrow strip of land that just out into the sea. The amount of money owed for items or services. And then we should lift it up and it should say bullshit. Sorry, I'm not nice, huh? Really? I really thought birthday would be it. Oh, it is. Okay. I was like, where's birthday? I mean, oops. It's okay. I'm using it though. Oops, again. Sorry, I'm not professional. I just play one. Okay. Perfect 3 little dots right there, although they're not very little. But what I'm going to do is add the glue first because I don't want it to be like super wet when I'm putting it down. And I'm adding glue because, because these are so old, the stick didn't even come off with it. See? I was just going to tell you because I don't trust it because they're old, and I proved my point of why. And this will dry clear, this glue. I might have put these a little bit too close together with the glue, but it's okay. Yeah, see the dots. The sticky dots are staying down. The sticky dots are staying down. But it's all right. It's all right. Okay. And then we'll do the third one. It's funny how they did that. I've never had them do that to me before. These must be really old. Well, where are they from? Oh, they're from Stamps of Life. Yeah, because you are crooked now. Because I was in the their gold club and I used to get all the embellishments and stuff. Okay, so we're back to the decorative scissors because I wanna, and I don't want it to be like ripped like that. And why not? Why not? We could do this so for some more zhuzh, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. It's my birthday card and I'll do what I want to. And I think I'm going to leave it square, like, oops, if you can see. I'm about to make it crooked. Watch. Because I just think that that'd be fun. So make it like that. And there we go. I think we made some fun cards today, guys. They might be part of my giveaway. I'm almost at, Chris said I was at 401 over here. When I get to 500, I'm doing a fun birthday giveaway. So subscribe for that because that's how you win. And when I get to 100 over in the Facebook group, I will do a giveaway there as well, exclusively over there. Okay, now hey Kelsey, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Let's get out. Okay, well, I don't know where my foam stamp went, or oh, here it is. I use this foam pad because it allows the ink and the stamp to connect with the paper a little bit easier, so I'm not having to press too hard. It allows more even coverage of stamping. And I just put it down for a second. Put it down for a second. Okay. Let's show and tell. Let's do it. Okay. We have 3 cards, and I did not ink up around this one. I think I might need a new blade in my trimmer. Those damn trimmers again. That conversation. Okay, we created this one, and this is from the freebies in my Facebook group. All of this is from Sweet Pea Curiosities and Lottie's Magic Attic. I think that this is a lot of fun. And then birthday, the day in each year that is the anniversary of the day somebody was born. Like, how can we not, right? And then the first one we did was from stuff from my stash. And that's Sweet Pea. And this is Sweet Pea as well. So that's fun. Okay. And then the big one. This is a very big first over here. This is a digital kit that I created, kit adjacent. And this is also for my birthday freebies in the group. And make a wish. And let me show you where I got the ideas. Let me show you. I got a pile of trash over here, guys. Oh, so now stuff is falling. Hopefully you can see all that. If you can't see, let me know. Okay. So my inspiration was from Kendra's card challenge number 23. And here's all the technical specs that I will not really be following, but I like the idea. And if I want to follow them, I can. And these are all for A2 cards. 6x6 paper cutting guides, 6 sheets, yields 15 cards. What a great recipe. This could be my recipe book that I'm going to make that I showed you guys in the beginning. That recipe book could be a recipe for anything. A recipe for disaster, a recipe for world domination, a recipe for peach pie, a recipe for card making. Who knows? The only thing left is a Craft-A-Lunch. And you know what? I bet you I will have one of those by the end of the day because I think my grandson shoved things under my nightstand over there that he was trying to jump off of this morning. So there's that. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with you guys today. Just something a little bit less structured. You got to see me cleaning up my coloring with my grandson from this morning. That's how we started. And then we did, you know, the regular format, and we created some more cards. Oh, so we have, oh, that's part of the digital. How funny. You know what? I never noticed that. Isn't that weird? It looks like it's misplaced for some reason to me for a second. So cute. She's like attitude. I like her. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with you guys today. I'm going to hop on over, clean up my mess, watch Jane color in her mouse guard because she's an excellent, excellent colorist. And I feel much more comforted knowing that she has some cozy coloring books too. Hey, Sandra, we're just ending, but thank you for coming by. I'm super excited to have you here. And Sandra's freebies, which I could throw another card in really quick. She did some fun card fronts. And background papers. And then I created with her stuff before. And that's Be Happy Stationery. But you'll find these in the Facebook group. I'm not going to unlimited leave those freebies up in the Facebook group. We're just going to keep them up for right now for birthday month. Maybe Leo season, maybe a little bit shorter. I'm not really sure. But here is Sandra's. I was reading something. Here is Sandra's QR code if you want to hop on over to her Ko-fi and grab it, or if you want to go on the Facebook group, there's the link. But yeah, I had lots and lots of fun with you guys. I hope you guys have a great fabulous week. And let's see, can I shout out that I just announced a 7 creator contest? Yeah, shout it out. Let's shout it out. Hey, Kelsey, shout it out. View will put the link in if she's still here. Oh, okay. Okay, I was wondering. I was confused. I'm glad we had a fun day. I'm gonna end in just a little bit, or just like less than 30 seconds. So let me know if there's a link that you want me to throw in or where we could find the details, and we will do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna post the weekly prompt in my Facebook group, and I think it's going to be birthday actually. So if you're behind on the weekly prompts and all of that, don't worry. Those are just remember to slow down prompts and create with them whenever you want. And Kelsey, if you put your link in here so we can go check that out. And I'm very excited. Tammy, thank you. Thank you for joining in. I'm super excited about your collab next month. We'll be talking about that. And I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Stay creative. Don't forget about the self-care aspect, because, you know, life gets hard and we got to like do stuff that makes us sane for others' safety. Thank you. Happy birthday to everyone else's July birthdays. My birthday's officially on Tuesday. But I'm excited to celebrate it all month long. Alrighty, I am going to check on out of here, hop on over to Jane's and clean up my grandson's mess all at the same time. And then I'm going to shower and take a nap and lay down on the couch for the rest of the day because I am sore as heck. Bye, guys.